Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whenever it is, wherever you are. Welcome on into the Go Mode Podcast Twitch channel. My name is Westside Vandal. I am joined by Proa007. Yeah, all right. And we are commentating on a Challenge Cup bracket, round one matchup. This is game one between Leslie Pro04 and Mercr. So it's just going to be a standard 7-7, I say standard, open mode 7-7 defeat Ganon. I think I've been tripped up by that 3 times in a row now. I mean standard as in that's what the series starts at.
Game one of
Yep.
winner of this best 2 out of 3 will move on to round 2. The loser of last going home.
Yep.
Mercr is the 19th seed bracket play. He was the winner of Group F, going 4-1. Leslie Pro, taking a more scenic route, finished second in Group E, going 4-3. So he's the 47th seed today.
And it looks like we're underway.
Mercr
Sanctuary with the big 20. And
South.
big 20.
All right. So right away, we got a bit of a route divergence going here.
And a map check. I saw a 1 on Eastern and a 6 on Tower of Hera.
I think I saw a 3 in Desert.
4 on Desert. Nice.
4. All right. Oh. All right. So Leslie's trying to get a good item pull. Actually, barely gets the bomb there. Lucky him.
Yeah, and our tier 1 pull was just arrows. Mercer, realizing that I'm commentating this race, decides to check the lumberjack. And 10 arrows.
Well, he doesn't have to worry about the item, but he might still have to do Ago. See how this goes.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Cane
Leslie
of
finding
Burna.
Samaria. Yeah. Yeah, so that's a nice find early. See what Leslie decides to do with that. Chance it with Hyrule Run. Looks like he is.
Alright.
$20 in Lost Woods Cave, some bombs, so Mercer will be able to do most of the checks. Kakariko, which is nice.
Yeah, it's always nice to find bombs early because then you don't have to worry about either spending 50 rupees to get bombs or leaving the bombable walls behind.
Right. Leslie is taking a fairly atypical approach to the front of escape. The Mario blocks take care of the guards. Did get blue mail, so plenty of defense for the rest of the speed, which is nice. Mercer blinds hideout.
Yep. Alright, so we've found 2 items in escape so far, so 4 remaining. While in blind sight, we got the boomerang.
Ooh, the hammer. Love the boomerang and the hammer. There's probably a song title in there somewhere.
Probably.
$300 for Leslie. That's nice.
Yeah, that's most of the way to Zora money there.
You know, after he makes deposits in Kakariko, but he'll make most of that. He'll make most of that back, anyways.
I'm gonna refresh to try and fix an issue here. Hold on.
Fire Rod for Mercer in the well. So he's gotten two really nice pickups there. It looks like he forgot to get the. Oh no, he's going back for more rupees to get it so he can pay off the bottle vendor. We got it. Fire rod, got hammer, and there's the bottle vendor has got the baby sword. So no worries about magic and offense now.
Wow, pretty stacked Kakariko so far.
Yeah, so the seed's going front loaded again, which we're going to be scrambling for those one or two items the rest of the way.
Mercer taking
Eh,
his last bomb and going to the hut here.
Good idea. Passed up on some magic. Oh, he's coming back. Good. Oh, okay, he's going back for more bombs. Shame about
Yeah,
that magic. Would have been nice to have.
indeed, it would have been.
All right. So Mercer's pretty well set on bombs to do rest Kakariko plus South Island, uh, Sarsaparilla if he so chooses.
Right. All right. Looks like we're trying to get the issue I noticed fixed. As Leslie Pro continues to catch up with Mercer here after doing escape and not finding too much of note outside of that cane of Samaria and the blue mail.
Right. So he didn't make out too badly, but and Kane of Samara is great for progression, but in the immediacy, definitely Mercer getting better end of the stick right now.
Yeah. All right, let's see what's on library ledge. Library ledge, bookshelf, however you want to put it. That's
Right.
a master sword.
All right. So boots are probably somewhere close by. Mercer's not going to check. He's just going to go for it. I'm seeing that a lot lately. Runners just going for it.
Yeah, I've said this many times on commentary before, but if I'm coming down from Kakariko, as you usually are in this sort of
Right.
situation, I find it just easier to just go ahead and blind go into it. It feels like about the same amount of time to realize, oh hey, there's garbage on there, and save and quit, or just keep walking towards South Shore.
It
In this
wasn't
case,
garbage.
go ahead.
Not, I would say not garbage this time. Uh, we got a
Empty
bottle.
bottle. Yeah, empty bottle. Gonna go ahead and be able to do that sick kid check when he goes back to Kakariko, which probably won't be for a bit because honestly, not really necessary to go all the way back there for one check at the moment. Maybe once you find flute or need to go back there for some other reason, like say you have glove and pearl for Dark World access.
Hmm.
Mercer getting his map check in and seeing what we already know, that we've got 3 crystals in the light world, which is good news for our runners, by the way, because that does mean the 3 light world dungeons are some of the quicker dungeons. So
Magic powder in the dam. One of my favorite items because it's great to get 7 hearts, anti fairies whenever you need it.
yep, and plus that also gives Mercer another reason to go back to uh,
You're right.
Kakariko. That's gonna put the magic bat in logic. Uh, the other male upgrade somehow not rusting by being left in the drainage pool in the dam.
We're gonna have red mail about 15 to 20 minutes in for our runners. That's it's pretty nice for them.
Yeah,
Makes me
starting
wonder
to
how many.
feel. Go ahead. Sorry.
It makes me wonder how healthy this seed is gonna be though.
Well, I mean, it didn't quite start as stacked as last night's race did, but it is kind of starting to feel like last night's race, where the seed just kind of goes, have all the luxuries right now, but
Right.
well, Moon Pearl
Literacy.
and Book Lamp. Hello.
Wow. Yeah. Literacy. Moon Pearl. The lamp. Wow. we could actually well, we can't just do it just yet, but Desert's looking pretty good right now. As soon as they find the gloves.
Yep. And you know what else is looking pretty good right now? We have sword, we have cape, we have lamp.
Yep. Early Aga. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
that is very much a thing at this stage. It'd be interesting to see who decides to bite the bullet on this and just go for it.
Yeah.
Mercer's got to
Granted.
watch it a little bit.
Yep. Those crabs can. Oh boy. Thank goodness for blue mail.
Yeah.
Chat already calling for such horrors as both gloves in Dark World and or hookshot in Pendant TR.
I've had both gloves in Dark World. One was in Hype Cave. I think Stumpy had the other one. So I can speak from experience. It can happen.
Yeah, no, I've seen some nonsense before. Looks like Mercer is going to be doing the escape play here. So he'll be picking up his Cane of Samaria and his what will be his red mail, as Leslie is about to pick up his red mail.
Right. Mercer might have a better edge on the routing here because back of escape should be logic now, so he should be able to run the gamut on all of that.
You're correct, and I wasn't. I was busy kind of trying to flag down Amarith on the audio issues earlier, so I didn't quite see what all was in the chest Leslie had access to. So I'm not aware of what the item count remaining is in Escape.
I think there's still no bonus key, I don't believe, but nothing else. Dark Cross now in logic, so it might be worth just going for it.
True. Now Leslie gonna be picking up Book, Lamp, and Moon Pearl from Mini Moldorm. So after this, what we have left is we have Agina's Cave, Saha's Closet, and Eastern Palace.
Right.
I believe you're about to get your your question answered, Oro. Yeah. That timing was beautiful.
Mercer's setting himself up for a death warp, little by little here, so he doesn't have to worry about it too much.
Too much, no. Although I'm sure he loves to see that red mail when he's trying specifically to set up a death warp.
Yeah.
All right, so I would assume Leslie's going to head over to Eastern here. I mean, that's 3 plus 3, potentially 3 items, as opposed to the 1 in Agina's Cave at the moment.
Well, he can go into desert, and
Right.
he can't finish it, but he can at least get started.
True. Good point. All right, and finish off that death warp for Mercer. And I would again assume we're going to see Dark Cross here. Yep.
After this, though, I guess it depends how bold you're feeling. Go for the early Attica play, get it. Have the hammer, so you can actually do a fair amount of checking. Dark.
Yep.
Logic is kind of pointing you in that direction. Do you kind of just play the hunch, or do you just continue as traditional opening game?
So Desert Ledge not going to be coming into play. That's Red Rupee, Big 20. And that's the map in Dark Cross. So it looks like that's going to be 2 items and the small key in
Right.
the back of escape once we find our
Leslie,
glove.
moment of truth for Leslie is how much is he going to get to be able to explore here? Nothing.
Yeah, not a dang thing, unless he wants to go grab the go steal the key and save scum. But
Well,
that is tremendously not in logic. To upgrade, that's right.
yeah. I will say I have done that maneuver before, just because.
Double secret, not in logic, right there.
Yeah, but works.
Hmm.
Actually, both players are going to,
About to
just
say.
a little high five here.
Yep. Oh wow, just bombing him without even talking to him. Wow.
Well,
Okay.
like Leslie knew, it's like, oh, this is gonna suck.
Yeah.
Here's a bomb in advance.
Yeah.
Okay, so Leslie's starting at the tank. He's gonna turn in that bottle now.
Yeah, and again, they have the hammer and the powder, so they can also check magic bat while they're here.
Right, right.
I've noticed Agina is kind of the Hyrulean equivalent to Schrodinger because it's either you check it and it's nothing, or you forget about it and it's your go mode.
Pretty much my experience that has been the case.
All right,
All
so
right.
sick kid, $50.
Well, a nice reward for giving him empty bottle.
Mm-hmm.
Hose. Magic better.
Yeah, he wants to be a glass worker when he grows up. Don't bother him.
Mercer also getting finding out he got snake eyes in desert. See what he decides. Decides to go for Eastern, which it looks like he is, or
Yeah, I was about to say, starting from the house would imply Eastern. Oof.
Magic
Oh,
Bat.
and
Leslie is pissed.
Leslie is just taking no prisoners, man.
Yeah.
I think at this rate, we're gonna see Saha get take a bomb. We're gonna see Aga 1 take a bomb somehow.
And why not? So they're both heading to Eastern, both trying to delay the inevitable that is Aga. This is really it. Nothing
Yep.
pulls up here.
Right, Bloopy, bombs, single arrow of destiny.
Well, short of that, yeah. So essentially three items in play in Eastern. If that comes up empty, it's Aga.
All right, Green Pendant Thieves Town today.
Ah, so much for that being the first crystal again.
Yeah. All right, so bomb for wow. Leslie reined in the temper a little bit. Did not bomb Saha.
Baja still has potential use for him. Agina's usefulness completely expired.
Valid point. Don't you start that with me, Oro. I have not cleared my throat once this entire seed. Granted, it's only been 18 minutes, but I also have not said thanks. I hate it either until I just said it. So, congratulations. Anyway.
Digress. Big Key was
Yes.
the first chest in Eastern. So
Right.
there may the next three chests all be items. So if there is nothing, they don't have to do Dark Room.
they have lamp though?
They have lamp, but you really want to do that digression if you don't have to.
Okay,
Item number
valid point.
Item number one was a heart. 7 hearts.
So yeah, yeah. I feel
Eh.
so attacked right now.
Oh, it's gonna be a long night.
Oh man. This
Item
is the
2.
thanks I get for offering to pull double duty. I get Oro in here calling me out on my habits and the restreamer calling me out when I immediately do one of my bad habits.
He's gonna have to do the full cycle here to hope that big key chest in vanilla actually has a third item. Hopefully, hoping something good. Because
Sorry, I'm addressing some things behind the scenes. I'll be in my trailer. All right, looks like we're heading to Aga 1. That's unfortunate.
all right, so yes, Aga is play. Mercer still has to do Kakariko.
Actually,
Leslie,
in logic, yes, it's Aga 1, but we could see a fake flipper here. Houlihan into fake flipper.
yeah, that is true. That is certainly in play.
Yeah, doesn't look like Leslie is going to go for it, though. Looks like he's just going to follow the logic to Aghanim's tower.
Yeah.
To be fair, the Houlihan setups we have available to us, I'm pretty sure, are kind of finicky. Like,
Yeah.
the only Houlihan I know requires gloves because it's to bomb yourself into the pushable tombstone that leads down to the back of escape.
Mm. Leslie is actually, yeah, I forgot he hadn't done Dark Cross Room, so this will be his final check before Aga. Save and quit, unfortunately.
So, and I've also just remembered, as the chat points it out as well. Just because we can't Houlihan doesn't mean we can't just fake flipper and go to Zora anyway. Go to Zora's domain anyway. Yes, we're in Leslie's case 77 rupees short for being able to do the King of Scams himself, but we can still do Waterfall, Cave, and Hobo.
Leslie taking the Death Warp is not going to bother with Houlihan, and neither is Mercer. So our runners at 22 and a half minutes have pretty much reached the same conclusion at the same time. It's on to Aga 1.
All right, looks like we're gonna have ourselves another one of these kind of races where it's just kind of the racers in pretty much lockstep with each other.
Yeah.
Hopefully it doesn't quite turn out as heart attack inducing as last night for my sake, because I still have to calm one more race tonight, but we shall see.
Oh, come on, you need yourself all hyped up for race 2. Gotta get the blood flow going.
But the second game we have tonight is game 2 of the series that was so hype last night. The hype level's already pretty high for that one.
Well, not quite a high
Uh,
five,
Go ahead.
but we didn't get quite a high five there, but others have briefly.
To
Every
answer a question in chat, the Mad Batter gave us one single solitary rupee today.
Leslie making a good use of the hammer here on the guards.
Speaking of the second game being covered on tonight's coverage, Signums, who will be taking on Lumaga, is in chat and posts 8 seconds, which is a fairly accurate description of both last night and right now.
Yeah, pretty close. Leslie's about a floor ahead right now, as we are now reaching floor 6. Chat, how many blue balls is Aghanim going to have for our run?
Well, it is a required AGA, so some would say that's going to mean a low number of balls, but we kind of had that disproved yesterday because it was a 7 blue ball fight. So we'll see what happens here.
I will say 5.
Alrighty then. Guesses coming
Yeah.
in chat.
Rooster coming up with 15 because he's a sadist.
Yes. I've noticed a lot of the members of our chat seem to be very in tune with Math Girl's particular brand of sadism. Because
No?
remember, as soon as we started going, well, this might be an Aga seed, people were like, can't wait for progression in Pendant Turtle Rock.
Yeah, Leslie actually got a little too close and missed out on it was a straight 4 beams in a row, so that's a little unfortunate for him.
Oof. So we're at 0 blue balls right now. I missed the start of the fight because I was too busy talking about sadism.
We're at that. That's 5 in a row now, and there's our first. Okay, so just a boy could be right here. That's
There's
2.
the second. There's 3. Oh man. Oh baby, a triple.
Oro is current money right. One more for Leslie. There it is. 3.
All right.
3 regardless, but Leslie had to do another round.
Yep. Yeah, it was exactly 3. Right, looks like Swamp and Mire, or excuse me, Ice Palace, are our other 2 pendants.
Red Crystal was in Skull Woods.
Interesting.
All right, so Leslie has the hammer, so can do the midsection of Dark World, do Hype Cave, Stumpy, and the Digging Game, but he is actually making a beeline for East. Oh, not East, excuse me, Pod.
Which, I mean, could work out in his favor.
Yeah, he.
I mean, we've already seen Palace of Darkness. We saw Palace of Darkness have a bow and hammer in it last night, so.
Yeah. I think he can do the glitch too, so he should be able to do most everything except the back half of the final like 4 rooms of pods. So yeah, pod. He can do pod. He can do pod, or he can do the midsection of Dark World because he has the hammer. So those 2 are in play.
And it looks like we are going to see the midsection, as you put it here, as Mercr grabbed the hammer and is heading down south. So he's going to be checking out the location, sometimes known as Hype Cave.
Right. So Leslie,
Looks like we are bow locked in Palace of Darkness.
yeah.
Nothing in the bottle, so he can't do the potion glitch.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you're right. So what's Hype Cave holding? Something's got to be here.
90 rupees so far. Filled bottle and the power
There,
glove.
there it is. All right. So got a fully clearable Skull Woods now. So lot
Leslie setting up for fake flipper.
must be. I don't know what else he's doing down here. An interesting move by Les. Sure. Who knows? Maybe it'll pay off. This is pretty wild gambit.
Yeah, fake flipper. Could just be forgetting that he can hammer down to. No, that doesn't seem likely at all.
Yeah, it's pretty unlikely. I think he's trying to run a gambit here and hope that the waterfall is holding something.
Yeah. Well, we'll see.
Right. Mercer doing the last part that he can do in the midsection, which is uh digging game. He's Les can't pay off Zora, so
Up to 14 digs so far, 15, 16. There's number 20. 26 digs for a little piece of love. Wow.
yeah, vanilla people love to boot.
Did
Chat,
Leslie forget he has the hammer? That's the only thing I can think of at this point.
I'm not sure what he's. Oh, okay. I think okay. He's going to do a paranoia check here. I think on Skull Woods, but again, not Skull Woods on
The pedestal, yeah.
pedestal. But again, a little off key on doing the Mercer's going to check back of escape,
Red
but
rupee.
all right,
All right.
nothing in the back of escape.
Purple. Leslie has not because he has not gone to Hype Cave, and what we're all starting to get concerned about is that Leslie, for some reason, has not gone there yet, which implies that maybe he's just spacing the fact that the hammer is in his inventory, but he had to pass over it to get to the Book of Medora. So I don't
Right.
quite know what's going on here.
Yeah, this is a little puzzle, to say the least. All right, so what's okay? So nothing at the pedestal. Sorry, chat.
Okay. Yeah, he seems to be taking his time to think things over here.
Mercer can do the check as well. As
Yeah, but I don't think. Well, nope. He's going up like he's gonna do it. Okay.
might as well. You're in the neighborhood.
Yeah, I was about to say that I kind of feel like it's a little premature to check this. Like, yes, it's an Aga 1 seed, and that's kind of disgusting, but at the same time,
It's if there was ever a time to do it, this is probably the time to do it. Leslie, I have no idea what's going on here.
he might just be thinking, did I check this desert ledge? Did I
He's
not see it properly?
I think he's trying to get 500 rupees to get to Zora. I think he thinks Zora is the answer to everything, but that doesn't make sense. I think okay, safe to quit. I think he's finally put it together.
Oh,
Or
that's Sanctuary.
no? Okay, I think
Oh no,
this is
Leslie,
not.
please, buddy.
This is
This is,
unfortunate.
yeah, that's exactly what I was about to say.
Wow.
Oh.
We've all been there, and we've all had those moments where it's like everything just locks up in your head. But this is definitely tough to see.
Little piece of
Mercer.
love, meanwhile, in the chess game in Village of Outcasts for Mercer. Yeah, I think Leslie at this point is just going, okay, did I miss something? Did I forget to bomb out this wall? Did I forget to do this?
Right. He's completely missed um the whole part of the hammer pegs. That's it's wrecking your head.
And the thing is, he knows he has hammer because he's done Magic Bat. So I
Right.
think this is just for some reason his brain is refusing to engage with the fact that yes, you can hammer down from the pyramid to get down to like the big bomb vendor and hype cave.
Right. Mercer is interestingly doing Thieves Town ahead of Skull Woods. I'm a little surprised by that. Yeah, granted, Thieves Town has 4 items, but you can do all of Skull Woods. It's 100% completable.
It is, but he also may not. Well, to be
It's better.
fair, he
Yeah,
doesn't have a magic refill, and he only has
true.
fighter sword.
Right. Yeah, that is true. That is true. Red mail evens the odds lightly, but that's not saying very much.
Oh, did Leslie remember the thing?
Can only hope so because
Did Leslie just have his should have had a V8 moment?
I think he has. Nope.
Oh, no.
The struggles
Oof.
continue here.
I'm not even paying attention to what Mercer is digging out of Thieves Town at this point. I'm
He
just.
hasn't. He hasn't drawn a whole lot. Say,
Yeah, he's double checking. Yeah, Leslie, I think, is just going back through and double checking everything, and this is going to cost him a whole lot of time.
he's.
Yeah, he's checking the NPC. Yeah, his brain has a part of it is temporarily shut off.
Well, Mercer hasn't found a whole lot in Thieves Town just yet. Well, he's got a compass. He got like $20 hearts bar. That's it.
Yeah. Oh man, I just.
This is tough.
Yeah, this like
This
as a runner, you watch what's happening on Leslie Pro's screen, and you just go, I hope this never happens to me, or remembering when this happened to you.
right. I had something similar in one of my early race tournaments. Forgot that G31 Dark Room with torches are now in Logic, so I missed out on a key item as a result of that in Dark Cross that completely wrecked.
I just harken back to about a week and a half, 2 weeks ago. There was a casual race with a lot of the Go Mode podcast staff and a few fans, and we were just playing along in voice chat, and I got the hook shot and then did not mark it on my tracker,
Whoops.
and I ran out of locations to check, thinking I didn't have hammer, or excuse me, hook shot. So I spent like 30-45 minutes like rechecking everything, even going, okay, maybe I can potion glitch Palace of Darkness, And then I was double checking, and I look, and I'm like, huh, I have the hook. Oh, crud.
Yeah. Yeah. So baby shield for Mercer in the big chest. So there, Leslie, please, for the love of God, go back to Dark World. Okay,
Okay, I
I
think he's
think
finally doing it.
I think that's all 4 items. No, he's please, Leslie.
Oh, Leslie, buddy, you've done this. Oh no. Oh no.
Yeah, this is Mercer just about done here with Thieves Town. He
Let,
has the magic cape, and regardless, it's 9 hits against uh, blind, regardless of swords. So that lovely for him. Magic having magic cape phase is already getting.
yeah. Oh my goodness gracious. Yeah, Leslie is just going back through everything at this point. Oh man. At
Mer-
this point, Leslie would have to immediately. Oh, and there's a sword on blind.
so that getting the blue sword probably have Mercer heading straight for Skull Woods after this. It's got the green pendant. Again, can full clear Skull Woods. I think the only full clear that's the only clearable dungeon right now. So at this point, given what we know about the board, Death Mountain is also in play now because of the gloves and Hype Cave. So nothing pans out here. That's probably Mercer's next move.
And at this point, Leslie has to immediately realize what's going on and what he's missed, and then immediately decide not to do Thieves Town and hope boots are not somewhere incredibly trolly, or the other sword is not somewhere incredibly trolly.
Yeah, like Boots ending up in with Sarsaparilla. Wouldn't that be something? Oh,
Oh, why did you speak that evil out into the world?
oh, come on. At this point, we've already seen plenty of evils, so anything I can contribute is
Oh.
second. Mercer.
Taking the intentional wall master, I would assume.
Leslie, I think his final. Well, he's out of options at this point, so he has
Yeah.
to go to Dark World, and going up
Oof.
north. Fortunately, he can't get Catfish.
Yeah, that's what he's thinking of, at least. Yeah. Oh man, Leslie, buddy. Oh no. I mean, I hate to sound like a broken record here, and I hate to spend as much time as we are just lamenting the situation, but oof. Yeah.
The proverbial cart
Mercer
was.
is executing amazingly right now, but all we can
Yeah,
think about is just watching Leslie just consistently forget about the fact that you can go south with the hammer. And now he's going to go recheck Eastern.
God.
Oh, buddy.
The nightmare continues. Mercer dealing with his own kind of nightmare fashion with Mothul. He has no magic to use. Spend here. He burned it all getting this far. Only got Master Sword. He does have a red potion.
I was about to say, I
So
believe he still has that red potion in his back pocket.
yeah, so that'll give him some breathing room, but not a lot. 7 hearts.
Oh,
Okay,
boy. All right.
one magic shot off.
Okay. Yes, please do that. Thank you, Mercer.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Nicely done by Mercer. That's going to be our first crystal of the match.
And there's the
There's
ice
the
rod.
Ice Rod 43-38 for Mercer on the board.
Oh man. Chat wondering what Leslie's thinking right now. I'm pretty sure we can't repeat that on air. I'm pretty sure it's just a variety of
Very color.
permutations on the 7 words you can't say on television.
So Leslie saved and quit before we got into Eastern. I think the light switch has finally come on. I can only pray it has, but
Yeah, he's going back up towards Aga Tower here, and gonna be warping into Dark World. That can only mean that the light has clicked on. Either that, or he was like, "Wait, I'm in the wrong world to be in Palace of Darkness."
right. Mercer taking an
The
intentional
hammer
death
is
there.
out though, and he's heading
Okay.
downwards, and he's
What's
swinging
up?
that hammer.
Yeah, it's an angry hammer, that's for sure. And there it is.
Oh, thank goodness.
Yeah, no kidding. That was like 15 minutes of wandering before he finally put together.
Oh,
When Pod came up empty, I think he got tilted and realized, oh. And it's like everything just kind of went off, kind of just snowballed from there. Mercer
so
trying to get
how many bombs do you think he deposits into the last chest in Hype Cave here?
a fair amount, especially when he sees that last item.
There's yep. 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 Oh no. 1 heart left here. He's gonna have to be really careful not to get hit here. Especially now that he only has half a heart. Leslie, you just got a potion. You may want to use it, buddy.
Well,
Oh boy. Meanwhile, the second item in Skull Woods appears to be in the pinball room. Yep, there's the mushroom.
right, so we got a drug deal coming here. So Goldwoods pays off pretty nicely with the ice rod and a drug deal.
Yeah. I will say, I'm sure most of the people in this chat are already more than well aware of this, but just in case there is somebody who's new to version 31 of the randomizer logic, a change has been made so that in most modes, that chest that mushroom was in can now contain something other than a small key. Prior to V31, that would always have a small key, I believe, to help prevent player stupidity-induced soft locks.
Yes, there is now a small risk soft lock. Pretty unlikely, but
Yeah, and honestly, if you're Leslie, having to do that many digs for that little piece of heart, after having, spent the last 15, 16 minutes wandering lost, that's just even further slap in the face.
right. Looks like Mercer's going for Zora. Looks like Leslie is actually going toward Death. Maybe looks like he might be going toward Death Mountain.
Interesting. Something we have not seen yet, and if this does pay out, that might push him further away from doing Pendant Thieves, which will help even some of the gap that he currently has.
Will Mercer's actually doing the drug deal, and we'll probably parlay that into back to Rico, but nonetheless, still parlay some of this, especially Boyd's Thieves Town. $20 for drug deal.
And meanwhile, Leslie did not go to Death Mountain. He is, in fact, going to Village of Outcasts, which could be a problem. for
Could
Leslie.
be,
And there's the
especially
throat clear.
especially if he goes in. Mercer, meanwhile, he might be making a pod play.
Yep.
Because he does have a no, he doesn't. He burned his red potion. Oh, he's gonna do a sarsaparilla check.
Oh yeah, he does have the green pendant because he fully cleared thieves. That's right.
Right.
And Leslie better hope this isn't Vanilla Boots. It is not.
Nope. Leslie
Actually,
dodged.
chat raising a good point. Did Mercer buy a potion while he was doing the drug deal?
No, he didn't. He got a health refill. He didn't buy a potion.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, I see that now because he only had 553 going into the hut and got 24 turning in that mushroom. So
Leslie following the same route as Mercer. He's front end doing the back half of the dungeon first. Probably circle back the front. Done. Moth health. Mercer a little trouble. Guard.
yeah, that Aga one light world increased enemies is just fun.
Again.
Leslie gonna make a gamble here and hope he's a tough enough dude to take on Mothula on 6 hearts of green mail.
No?
I mean, I can't really say that I blame him, but at the same time, oh boy.
Yeah, no kidding. Stopping some of those safety cards. He's going.
I'm not aware of either runner missing a bombable wall so far. Chat saying something about that. Or at least not one that a runner needs to bomb out in most cases. There are some
Right.
bombable walls in dungeons that have access to fairy rooms, but you're
Right.
usually not going to see those unless a runner has a desperate need of a fairy.
Right. Okay, Leslie was trying to use hammer strats.
That's the
Quite.
bow underneath Spectacle Rock, by the way.
Yeah. Nice find. Well, that's
So, oof. Imagine if Leslie had gone up to Death Mountain instead of coming here.
happy. A couple of
That
good
might
hits
have
there
helped.
from Fire Rod. Fortunately, the
Please
spikes
tell
are
me you
not.
have that red potion left,
He already,
Leslie.
he already used it.
Oh, sorry, I was too busy looking at the bow for Mercer.
Mercer with the bow. That's gonna add that puts Eastern and Pod in full clear mode.
Oh, is Leslie gonna tilt at the windmill here and try and take out Mothula?
Fortunately, now we're kind of wishing he had gone uh to
Death Mountain.
because we got a sword upgrade.
Oof. Yeah, yeah, it's just honestly kind of a no-win situation for Leslie right now.
Yeah,
Now he looks like he's trying to death warp back to the entrance here.
Mercer, meanwhile, is going to Pod ahead of Eastern. He's already gotten all 3 items, which makes sense.
Yeah. So yeah, this is gonna be rough for Leslie for the rest of the race here. Honestly, I kind of think he's just playing out the string and hoping his opponent makes some sort of error. But at this point, I would not be surprised if Leslie's just kind of waiting for the dot done.
Yeah, it's like I think that's how it was for me when I had my bad race. It's like, oh, just make it quick already.
Yeah, just end my suffering. All right, so we are going to see more of Palace of Darkness here.
Leslie only got to the first room with Compass, and that started his unfortunate and rather rapid decline.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just forgetting a location like that or forgetting a piece of logic like that is just the worst feeling in the world. All right. So Leslie just kind of making his way through the entirety of Skull Woods here, gonna pick up his mushroom at least. Ice Rod still being guarded by Mothula. But with no magic and fighter sword and no potions, I don't really think we're gonna see Leslie try anything here. He's probably gonna go do a Devout Cast, and he's probably gonna do Thieves Town.
Yep.
That's just gonna keep the gap where it is. Which
wider.
Yeah, if not wider, yeah.
Nothing so far for Mercer in Pod that might change Dungeon put up a bit here. He doesn't have mirrors, so we can't do warps back to the start of the dungeon. We have to kind of do this routing a little differently than you normally see from runner.
Yeah. Yep. So we're just kind of waiting to see where the progression takes us for Mercer, and we're just kind of praying for a miracle on Leslie Pro's side. But at this point, it is kind of a perfunctory, let's just see how it plays out sort of thing, which is unfortunate at present. Like,
Yeah,
there is still technically plenty of seed to go. Like, yeah, but unless Leslie immediately just pulls out the miracle play and goes Death Mountain.
And even then, it's like he would have to do that, and then 4 or 5 other things here to have to fly through this flawless execute. Mercer would have to make a couple of, not necessarily mistakes, but he'd have to do more than he needed. Seed with tilting in the wrong direction.
Nice use of Kane and Samaria there.
I usually see that. I usually see players use the bow on.
Yeah. Bow, red meringue, what have you. But oof. I just look over at Leslie going through Thieves Town, and I'm just like, oh man.
Picking up rupees to pay off Zoro, and there's the flute.
There's the flute. Ugh.
Wow.
The rich get richer.
Yes, indeed. So that opens up some, but not a lot. Really need Titan Smith to make the pay off.
True.
Really at this point, we're looking for boots. We're looking for hook shot.
Boots, hook shot, and
Medallion.
Nope, not flippers, because both Skull or Swamp and Ice are pendants. Nice.
Flipper is technically not required at this stage. Medallions are. We have yet to see one of those pop up.
Yeah. All right. Little piece of heart in the Dark Maze and Palace of Darkness. Looks Looks like Mercr once again setting up a death warp. Oh boy.
Gotta be careful. He's plenty of damage. Too much for his own good. And just a burrito. Yeah, I think that would be how most of us would react, especially Leslie. You know, burrito for all of that.
Yep. And now, now of course, all of the enemies are avoiding Mercr as he tries to get rid of that last quarter of a heart. There we go. All right. So I think it is technically key for key here. So I would not be surprised to see. Yeah, it looks like he's just going to go check Helmasar before he decides to do anything else.
Which is as we reach the 1 hour mark, a quick recap. This is game 1 of round 1 between Leslie Pro 04 and Mercr. Leslie Pro 47 seed, and fortunately, what started as a very close race has turned into something else entirely, and so we don't want to make light of it, but it has been kind of a horror show, unfortunately. Leslie miscalculated and spent 15 minutes trying to find his way back, get himself started on the ship after going to Dark World.
Yep. Yeah, and it's just one of those things that can happen to anybody. Even the most experienced runner can have the kind of mental lapse that occurred earlier on in this race. So and it's just unfortunate to see, and it's really difficult to commentate on.
And as a result, Mercr is holding a fairly substantial lead. He has 1 crystal so far. Seed hasn't really been given out a lot as far as major progression. Finally got kind of the logjam to break with the bow under Spectral Rock. It's opened 2 crystal dungeons cleared.
Meanwhile, Leslie Pro at least executing the hammer script for blind fairly effectively from what I caught there. So Leslie
Yeah.
Pro receives his Master Sword and the green pendant.
He's in good shape now. That first dungeon completed at the 1 hour mark.
And go down to brewery here. Now, with that Master Sword in hand, you do have 429 rupees here. Do you pick up a red potion from the potion vendor here, or the shop here, and try to tackle Skullwoods again?
It's tempting.
Tempting, but does not look like what Leslie is going to do.
Do it
He might just be YOLOing it and trying to do it with just his current setup.
Yeah, if he's smart about his item play and uses excuse me, the lamp for those torches, Gibdos, that would probably give him a better shot against Mothula, because he'll have enough magic to actually do substantial damage for him to resort to the sword.
Yeah. All right. So yeah, looks like he is gonna try to do that, conserve his magic, and try to take out Mothula on 1 set of health here. It is 7 heart red mail.
Yeah. Mercr looks like he's going to Catfish.
It is open, and he is in Dark World, so might as well check it now, unless lest you orphan it.
Yeah.
And as chat points out, at this point, all we have left is Zora, Armos, and Catfish.
Correct.
So when you're down to 3 checks like that, it does not make sense to not do Catfish right now.
that is true. I myself, I would probably do. I know you can't. Well, can't really. Yeah, it's an item, and it's kind of a bit of a time thing. I've get the crystal over with myself. Get it easier out of
True.
the way. All right, so Leslie, back for more against Mothula. Using the hammer,
I mean, it
does
is
temper sword
tempered. Yeah, tempered damage if you can get the hitboxes to line up correctly.
nicely done by Leslie.
The
He is
power of
finally on the
rage.
board.
Yeah, the power of rage there for Leslie, I think.
I would think so. 104.10. He's on the board.
He-
Mercer.
Go ahead.
I would say Mercer. Sure where he's. Oh, he's gonna activate his flute.
Yeah. But you gotta think if you're Leslie, you gotta be sitting there thinking, how come I couldn't have had that fight the first time?
Yeah,
Because if you notice, he barely took any damage in that fight at all.
I know. Yeah,
Whereas the first fight, he burned through his entire health bar and a red.
yeah. He got kind of got off to a slow start, and he just really couldn't get any momentum going. He actually had a. It looked like it was. He looked like he was going to escape out of it. Spikes kind of collapsed on him. He really couldn't do anything.
Right.
All right.
So the goose is loose, the duck is amuck at an hour 5 minutes 9 seconds for Mercer. Leslie checking back of escape.
Uh,
Leaving what he knows to be the small key behind.
Mercer is doing okay. Mercer fake flippers here.
Yeah. Gonna check Zora, and I believe Mercer has not done the waterfall fairy either. So
Correct.
he's looping those in. I do not believe we saw what the waterfall fairy is handing out as far as refilling potions either. I wonder if we'll see that here.
Uh, I would think. Leslie, Leslie's gonna go visit Zora as well. He did do fake flipper. Oh, he's gonna do the drug deal, and then he's
Yeah, drug deal and then Zora,
yeah,
which in Leslie's item position makes sense.
yeah. Just a heart container on the ledge, so nothing to worry about. Leslie's gonna get 20 rupees, I believe, for drug deals. So, yep.
Mercer walked on land, so lost his fake flipper.
Okay. Oh, Leslie, interesting move there. I'm not sure what he's doing, but probably going to Death Mountain now.
Yeah, that's the hook
Oh,
shot on Zora. Oh
wow.
no! Oh no!
Uh, God, imagine if they had that like 20 minutes ago.
Oh.
Although this might not turn out to be, well, it's not great for Leslie, but Leslie will be able to do a Tower of Hera at least, the way this routing is setting up. So
Yeah,
there
but
is the
Mercer's gonna beat him into Tower of Hera from the looks of it. Oh
true.
no, he's gonna take the hook shot over to the right side.
Yeah, he's gonna do right side and then he's gonna do Tower of Hera. So, and probably Ether while he's at it.
Oh man, I mean, Leslie's making the first big play he could have made to close the gap here. But that's now, as chat points out, that's now twice that Leslie Pro was just tantalizingly close
Right,
to making a play that could have closed the gap and did not do it. Because he could have come to Death Mountain and gotten that bow.
right.
Uh, and now he was just a few screens
Oh,
away from getting that hook shot.
the mirror, Mercer grabbing the mirror. So that opens a few more checks right there. Really looking for Titans, man, I think at this point. Uh,
And oh
that's
no. Chat also pointing out Leslie did do the fake flippers. Like, what the fake flippers was one of the first, and that's Ether for Mercer, first medallion found. Leslie did fake flippers after Aga won, which at the time felt weird, and I mean still is weird. But imagine if Leslie Pro had had 500 rupees at that point.
Yeah, that would have won the race pretty decisively. And it maybe not well, given the item seen so far. I don't know how far and it helped him, but it certainly would have gotten him out of the log he found himself in for a long time. Mercer is actually going to do Spiral Cave ahead of well, it doesn't really matter. He's got the mirrors moot point. Uh, Spiral Cave ahead of Tower Hera.
All right. And Leslie trying to dig up. Oh, is he gonna try this?
That's not going to work.
Yeah, I don't think he has any backup here.
He's got a blue potion. That's not going to save him.
Oh boy.
There is no way.
Yeah, Al? Whoop!
Oh,
Oh, the plays.
wow. Better pay off.
Of course he didn't.
Okay. Shovel. May the shovel have something. May the shovel have bombos or something that blows this open. Or Titan.
Well, considering Mercer is going to be right there as well.
Would he think to do Bike Cave though at this stage?
That's a valid point, although he is in a slightly better position health-wise than Leslie Pro is.
Yeah, that it's like of the low percentage plays, like that is the king of them, I think. So let us hope for Leslie's sake that he is found. Talking about that miracle, this would be it.
Third bottle on Ether Tablet, by the way.
Yeah.
All right, well, we're about to find out. What's on that shovel? A red rupee.
Ah, damn.
Womp, 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 womp.
Yeah, we were really hoping there, Chad. I mean, man. Cut a guy a break here.
Yeah.
So.
And if you're Leslie and Leslie, I'm gonna go do the
Probably
thing, the
used
stuff,
to.
and the guy, and we're fire locked in Tower of Hera, which is no
course.
problem because we have both fire sources already. But it is still kind of annoying. Leslie, after he clears these two crystals, I'm assuming is going to be his play.
Yeah.
I think is still going to be a little bit short of Zora, so he's going to have to find some way to get Zora money and go get that hook shot.
Well, the dungeon, the basement and pod should cover him as far as money is concerned. There should be enough there. I think there's enough rupees elsewhere to where he should have 500. So he'll be fine as well. Okay, I forgot he did pay off the monkey, so he's fine with that. So I think he'll be okay.
And if not, he does have easy access to Houlihan now. Well,
Right.
I call it easy. It was pointed out in chat to me that the other methods of Houlihan are pretty easy as well. I'm just lazy.
Yeah. So there's the big key for Mercer. Leslie going his own way, and this could pay off because Mercer didn't actually do Eastern. So that we still have one item left in Eastern. So pray for Leslie to get something that really helps.
Oh yeah, there is a rupee room here in Eastern.
You're right. Yeah. Yeah.
Good call, chat. Good point out.
That is true. Rupees for the taking. We have the smartest chat in the world, I say.
Suck up. Anyway.
Yeah, well.
All right. So looks like we haven't actually found any items yet in Tower of Hera. So this big chest and Moldorm are going to be holding our.
Yeah.
Because Compass
Right.
was downstairs.
Okay,
10
there's
arrows.
crystal, a red crystal, if nothing else.
Yeah. Oh yeah, no, it's still important because crystal, but it's very rare that you see no items in the first 3 chests of Tower of Hera. Or at least for me, it's been rare lately. All right, let's see if Moldorm wants to play the role of at least a slight equalizer here. I mean, yes, it's going to be very, very slight, if anything. But
Oh, you
that,
almost fished your wish there.
that was close. Unfortunately, that's as close as it's going to get. Moldorm goes down for Mercer. Little piece of love and one of the 5/6 crystals.
I didn't see what Leslie picked up off of the Armas.
All right, I am keeping an eye on the restream now. Yeah, 50 rupees.
All right. Well, closer.
Did not avail himself of the rupee room in Eastern. In Eastern, probably
Right.
will avail himself of the rupee hallway in Palace of Darkness. Come to think of it.
So Mercer is actually doing Spike Cave. So well, shut my mouth.
Yep. Which is technically good news for Leslie because we know this is a waste of time.
Technically.
But that's kind of like saying oh, the Niagara Falls is just a little water leak.
Right. Well, Mercer now with the mirror starts a Dark World from this point on. Unless it saves and quits Light World. Okay,
All right.
so is on the table here for not a lot actually. It's got some Dark World checks with the mirror he can do, but that's about it.
Cave 45.
Yep.
Um.
Bombos.
Oh yeah. Big Bomb is in
Oh
logic.
yes, that's right. Red Chris.
Redwood Skull Woods. Yeah.
Yeah. So
I
yeah,
completely
okay.
missed that.
Yeah, so did I. I knew Tower of Hera was, but with all the drama of Mothzilla, I kind of forgot.
Yeah. We got Tower of so we've got Cave 45, we've got Bombos, we've got Big Bomb check, and that's about it actually.
And Graveyard Ledge, yeah, the other side.
Oh, and King's Tomb technically. No, King's Tomb
Technically,
is not available. You need the boots for that. You need to
right.
bonk into it. Haha! I get to call out Oro on something for once. Yes.
Think about how nice it would be to have boots. Well, yes, we all want boots.
Especially Leslie right now.
Yeah, that and a hug. I think.
Yeah.
I I don't. I think he would be pretty welcoming of both right now. And a drink afterward. Long drink. We're advocating such a thing, kids, but
Yeah.
given the way the seat has treated him and what he's had to go through mentally, it would not go amiss.
Only counting this stream. Oh.
All right, so Mercer has the red bomb. Not many overworld checks, so this is a good move by him.
Could technically, yep, there it is. Mirror to Light World, and then use the
Right.
warp to go back to the pyramid, save a little bit of time.
Right. Not here, then. Bombos or Graveyard Ledge. I think that's it.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Right, what's it gonna be?
Flippers.
A flipper. Oh,
Oh, actually, yes. Ew. 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 That opens up swamp. That opens up ice.
yep. May
Ew.
not, this may not be this may not be ped required, but this might be a pendant dungeon required. Aggression.
Yeah, yeah. Oops, all dungeons incoming somehow.
Yeah. All right. Now we're getting
Chat pointing out ice is not in logic because we do not have titans.
correct. That's right. Oh, hobo check. Okay. What are we doing? Ooh, Leslie getting thrown off by the sword.
Oh man.
I hate when that
Ju-
happens.
That's just like this seed is the equivalent of like getting, for Leslie at least, is the equivalent of getting your legs cut off at the knee, and then somebody goes, you know what'll help that out? Here, just stick the stump into a giant pile of kosher salt. Yeah.
Real. Something to that effect. Mercer. Okay, there's Leslie's flute. 7 rupees short. I think I picked that up just on the flag. Got a like highly a challenge check here. And hard.
Little piece of love. Thinking things over, waiting for the swag duck. All right, there we are.
Okay, Mercer's gonna do Eastern now. Get his 4th crystal.
And you know, for as much as we've said that Leslie has, you know, taken a bit of a beating here, which, I mean, don't get me wrong, he has. When you look at the crystal count, it doesn't feel as bad as we've been decrying it, because this is going to be
Yeah.
Leslie's 3rd here,
Right. Right. Yeah.
and he's going to go up to Hera here, I would assume, and get his 4th here shortly.
Well, yeah, he can do it without hook shots. So yeah, he can do it. He's got the. No, he can't. He needs to go to Zora first. Then he can do that. He needs the hook shot. He gets the mirror in Eastern Death Mountain.
You're right. You're right. Yep. At least he's only 7 rupees short of Zora money. So he's got that going for him, which is nice.
I don't think he wants conscience right now because, or maybe he does. It'll wake him up from a nightmare. But yeah, Mercer picking up where Leslie left off 5 times ago and finishing off Eastern to get crystal number 4, and then there it's Graveyard Ledge or it's Swamp Palace.
Yeah, Graveyard Ledge or Bombos.
Bombo. Check Bombos. Yeah.
Yeah, I would assume that Leslie is going to find some way to get that last 7 rupees he needs.
Oh,
and
I'm
then
sure.
go do Zora. And then that'll take him to Death Mountain and get him Tower of Hera. So, I mean, it's not all doom and gloom. The sun is starting to poke through the clouds.
Yeah.
But, don't get me wrong, it's still very much an uphill battle. But,
Yeah.
not nearly as bad as it looked on first appearance. Especially with Mercer having a little bit of trouble with Armos here.
Yeah.
It's a small thing, but it could add up.
Small things are not what's going to swing. Going to be like a tidal wave of just bad stuff. Like he does swamp and doesn't do a left side check or something. But he gets just enough to like clear something else. Well, I'm not sure what that would be. Maybe boots or something. Drags him over the desert. But
Titans.
Yeah, well,
Early
Titans
Titans.
Titans would be great for him. That builds up so much. Mercer is going back to the Dark World.
I would assume this is Bombos in the swamp.
Yeah. 124.07 for Leslie. So, yeah, he is catching up, but he's gotta pay Zora off like now.
Yep.
That's the only thing to save him.
I'm trying to remember. Have we confirmed what the Sun Prize is at this point?
I don't think so.
Because I was trying to think of confirmed ways to get rupees that weren't hula hanning.
Think so.
Drunk Future Self continuing the gift subscription they got from Oro. Nice.
Oh. Gift that keeps on giving.
Indeed.
Alright, so
Speaking of subscribing to the Go Mode podcast, you should do that both here on Twitch and on your podcast reader of choice. Seamless plug. And don't forget to join the Discord. And follow our runners and our commentators and trackers. Oh god, Twitch is rate limiting me. RIP. We now return you to your regularly scheduled rando race already in progress, where it looks like Mercer is indeed making the swamp play.
Leslie is on his way to. Well, he's going to activate his flute. From there, see what he decides to do.
By the way, everybody, I hope you've already risen for the Hyrulean National Anthem now that we can actually hear it. Alright. Bombs in the bombable wall chest in Swamp, because of course. Oh.
I
Oh,
think
man.
I think he's going to catfish.
Well, yeah, unfortunately, I think catfish was just, was not rupees at any rate. I think I remember that much. Arista saying, kind of pointing out something we've alluded to here on comms. If there's multiple items here in Swamp and the early ones draw Mercer away, whereas Leslie decides to gamble, that can help Leslie close that gap.
At this point, Graveyard Ledge has got to be the thing that saves him.
Arista also pointing out catfish was just bombs.
Yeah.
Leslie desperately just needs an enemy to drop some, like a big 20 here.
I usually do.
Because I'm just sitting here and the phrase hula hanning for 7 rupees is just disgusting. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, there are other places to do it too. I mean, but yeah, that's probably the speedy option. Mercer skipped left side altogether. He carry on. Quasi quick run through it.
All right, we'll see if this pays off for Mercer, or if it doesn't pay off for Mercer and then pays off for Leslie Pro. Somehow, some way.
Yeah.
And for all we know, he could just be attempting to do the back first and then going back for left side swamp. That's also a valid play.
It is.
Yeah, Leslie is just killing everything in sight up to Zora here. He's trying to fish rupees out. He does have that shovel as well. There's one. Oh, man. There's two.
Okay.
We're almost there.
Oh,
yeah,
that's
there's
right.
a 20 right there. That's right.
He never did pick that up. So there's his 500. He's about to get his hook shot.
And I would assume Zora is about to receive a dinner of breakfast, lunch, and dinner of bombs. Meanwhile, Mercer gonna go ahead and take down Argus here. A little bit. At least it's not a menu-based fight. I suppose we could say that much for it.
Yeah.
Still a little bit on the slow side with the Master Sword, but
technically no one. But if you went through Christian order, kind of fight you'd have without the fire rod, of course. But
all right, down goes Argus.
Compass.
Nice compass.
Might go back.
All right. Has the bloomerang equipped.
Right now we're looking.
Yep, there it is. Yep. Decides to bomb the hookshot itself instead of Zora. And immediately is going to take that up to Tower of Hera. And the light side Death Mountain checks.
Yep. Yeah.
Oh, man. But yeah, so far Swamp is not paying out for Mercer, so
Yeah.
if you're Leslie, you gotta start thinking at this point that your only chance is going to be to make some sort of Galaxy Brain play, and I think with the way things are gonna lay out for Leslie, the Galaxy Brain play might be to skip Swamp.
Might be, if, but he also has to have by the same token, brilliant idea to do Graveyard Ledge, because that's the only thing we have not seen as far as overworld check.
Good point.
So it's a 2-point system at this point. You got to do one to get the other.
I'm sorry, but Leslie just rage bombing everything in sight is just giving me life at this point. I hate to say it because it's very clearly Schadenfreude, but he rage bombed the mirror chest. I'm surprised he didn't rage bomb the ether chest.
There's money Leslie wishes he had about 4 minutes ago.
Yep.
Seed is having a funny with him, and well, I guess it depends on your sense of humor at this point.
Yeah, I mean, I feel bad for laughing, but I can't stop myself.
It's that Calvin and Hobbes strip where they're going off a cliff that, Calvin says, it's a funny world. It's not a hilarious world unless you like sick humor.
All right, Leslie. By the way, did Leslie skip all of the 5 checks in Paradox and Spiral?
Okay. He got it. He didn't do Spiral, but he did everything.
Yeah.
No, he's. Well, thank you, Rooster. I appreciate it.
Yeah, Calvin and Hobbes. You can never go wrong with the Calvin and Hobbes reference.
Yep, it's everything I base my life on. So take that for what you will.
Yep. I mean, well, with the amount of random stuff I do on comms, I treat this kind of like,
Yeah.
oh no,
Oh,
oh no, no.
Titans mid for Mercer. Blows the seed wide open for him.
And that's gonna pretty much lessen that gap, the window for Leslie even more.
Yeah, this is pretty close to terminal at this point. Mercer still needs boots, and depending on the medallion, that might be it. Okay, a quake
Quake.
is required for Myers, so could actually be a Turtle Rock play first. We have not actually seen what's required for TR, so that could be the next move. After Checkerboard Cave,
Yep.
so we're at a Quake and Boots end game.
And that information has got to have our runners quaking in their boots.
Hmm.
Yep, I went there. Meanwhile, Big 20 on the Checkerboard Cave. And yeah, yeah, that Titan Smiths is probably in one of the worst spots, Leslie, for Leslie at this point.
Yeah, boots are 100% required. So Mercer, oh, I think going for refills.
Yep, I think he's gonna spend some of the rupees now that he no longer needs them.
Right. I think he's going to Turtle Rock, Dark Death Mountain.
Yep. Yeah, that would be the logical play at this point, with Hookshot Cave and Super Bunny being open, and then the possibility of Turtle Rock being open, because we have not seen what's there.
Right. So yeah, this is absolutely the correct play for
Yeah, and even if Turtle Rock happens to be like Bombos or Quake, there's a pretty high probability that whichever one it is going to be up here, because as you were pointing out before we found those Titans, the only other thing open to us is Graveyard Ledge.
right. But now with Mitts, that does open up some
Oh yeah, that does open up like Smith's Chain and
the Smithy, the purple, the pegs, purple chest. So there are a few more checks in there, and you can route most of them pretty effectively. But yeah, in terms of volume and progression, Eastern Dark Death Mountain is the way to go because you can do all of it.
oh,
Oh,
Moldorm, buddy. He's
that was
already had a
a
bad enough run at it. Come on.
that was a long toss by Moldorm, just throwing him across 2/3 of the arena there.
Oh,
And
and
Ether does open a rock.
meanwhile, Leslie just gonna drop the hammer on Moldorm here. Do not blame him whatsoever.
Yeah,
All right, and that's
30.
gonna be his fourth crystal.
Yeah, actually, even on crystals at this point. Um,
Yeah, but that doesn't tell the story about this race, because yeah, Leslie's gonna have to galaxy brain this,
first he's
and
got to
that's not gonna be enough.
first he's got to turn in get that red bomb to ignite so he can get flippers. Yeah, so it is now official. We are in a Quake boots as far as remaining items concerned. Nothing in Super Bunny Cave.
And for those of you who are just joining us, anybody who might get excited at hearing that we've cleared most of the map to this point, and hearing we still have 2 items left for go mode. The pet is dead. It is just pocket change, so move right along. There's the
Silver
silvers.
arrow. So we got a quick Ganon fight coming up. But that's nothing in terms of progression. So it's on to Turtle Rock, which fully clearable. So no reason not to do it.
Nope.
14 hearts, red mail. Yeah, that should be enough.
So here's a question for you.
Okay.
We know where the tempered sword currently is. We know that one of the sword upgrades is on library. If
Mhm.
you're Mercer and you find the boots, do you go grab those that tempered sword?
If I found it like right here afterwards, yeah, actually I would. If for no other reason than it makes Ganon so much faster, and it's not that big of a time sink, anyways. I I myself would happily take the detour and grab the red sword and be done.
Especially because we do still have to. Oh, Mercer missing that fire rod shot. Ouch.
Back Backup is hustle a little bit though.
Okay.
Through Leslie is going to the portal, make correct play here, and going night bomb.
Early big key in Turtle Rock. All right, there's the flippers. There's the bombs.
Leslie showing some remarkable restraint and not blowing up Big Fairy's room. Oh, her getting thrown off. So he's gonna do that again. Rage spike there by Mercer.
All right.
Looks like Leslie is going toward east, is going towards swamp at this rate. Son, we're approaching this. Okay,
Looks like he's gonna route in Lake Hylia Island here, though.
yeah.
Nice use of the bloomerang by Mercer. Chain Chomp's deciding to be a bit of a pain, though. As they do.
Yeah.
Okay. Nice 7 hearts there for Mercer with that anti-fairy powdering.
What Leslie's doing.
That's what I was about to ask. Well, yeah, I mean, you've already done Thieves, you've already done Skull Woods. You know you got both items out of Skull Woods. You've already checked Pedestal.
Yeah.
And, oh, Graveyard Ledge.
Graveyard, yeah.
Which, if it's something, could still be a time save for Leslie.
Well, there's the
Well,
boots from
oh dear
Mercer.
lord.
Scratch that. It'd have to be Quake at this point. That's the only thing that could actually tilt this race any direction.
Yeah, but with those boots, Graveyard Ledge now becomes a bit less bad of a look for Mercer because now he can do Graveyard and King's Tomb at the same time.
Right.
So he wouldn't have a reason to put that off for as long. Whereas before he
Right.
found those boots, he's got so much other stuff open to him, he may not do Graveyard for a while. But now that he has those boots and Graveyard and plus King's Tomb is a thing, that is gonna be on the checklist a little bit higher than just Graveyard Ledge would have been.
Right. Although in my case with those boots, I probably would do. I know it's kind of want to go for those doubles whenever possible. I do desert right after this because we didn't see either item dungeon because we couldn't get anywhere. So I'd do that first. Again,
Right.
rip, ripping through crystals.
And
50
just
bucks.
50 rupees.
Okay, we got Mimic Cave now for Mercer.
And our restreamer pointing out that that does now also make it a quick jaunt down to that library ledge for that tempered sword.
Does.
I don't know why I keep
Let-
saying library ledge, but
well,
there you have it.
library shelf.
Yeah. All right, and I do believe this is going to be the swamp play for Leslie. It's about the only thing he has left.
Yeah. Just hope he does left side, gets the myths, like thinks, oh, good, I'm out of here.
Was the big key on the left side?
Yeah. Big key was on the left side. 'Cause the last thing Mercer checked was the big chest.
Okay. Remember when we thought boots would come early?
Oh yeah, those were the days.
Oh man. All right, so Mercer now making his way into the dark platform maze.
He's probably gonna make a quick pit stop to get back to full magic. Even though no, he's not. I would have actually quick pit stop myself, get full magic. Uh, it does what
Well, yeah, that's a good point actually.
you know.
Might feel confident in his laser skips.
Yeah, he's actually gonna stop and bomb the room first, just safe because you don't want to do this again.
True.
Ooh,
And actually, both runners here, looking at the clock, both runners kind of got to might actually feel a little bit behind at this point.
well, yeah,
We're 145 in,
yeah,
and we've still got 3 dungeons to clear.
no.
We're the de facto leader of the race.
Last key for Mercer. Good idea. I don't think he intended that, but all right.
I would almost. Well, no, there's a couple of different anti-fairies in the next room. I was about to say I would almost consider taking a death here to refill.
Yeah, yeah.
But
There's
then I
not.
remember there's multiple anti-fairies in this room, so
He really only needs one to get things going again.
yeah.
Because he's got red mail and he'll get a magic fill on for trying it.
Yep. Slowpoke, you're correct. It is just Quake from Go mode. Um, don't watch this VOD back if you're the kind of person who feels empathy when a runner has a brain freeze on air, because yeah, that's
Yeah,
really been the coloring thing of this race.
fortunately, that has been a very rough night for Leslie Pro 04. Forgetting that he had hammer as long as he did, and, not doing pegs in the middle of Dark Mountain.
And Mercer now also having a little bit of trouble with the Trinex fight.
Yeah, you gotta use. He's out of magic. So that instead of halves to burn a blue potion here on trying to.
Still having a little bit of trouble here. That ice head is just being resilient and dodgy.
Trying to do this with hammer, and that's fine. If you consistently hit head. There it is. All right.
Looks like Leslie is setting up to full clear swamp here, by the way. He did just hook shot and grab the key.
Yeah, he forgot he had a hammer, and which was kind of still puzzling because he actually used it pretty prolifically in.
Well, no, at this point, I don't think it was he forgot that he had the item. It's he forgot he could use that item in a specific location.
That's probably what it was. Yeah, that'd be my guess. So Leslie's actually going the same route
Yeah.
as Mercer did. Red Boomerang for Mercer, finishing off Trinex.
So we've kind of been vaguely discussing it, but we'll go ahead and do a kind of a full game recap of this seed as we hit the 1 hour 50 mark. And somebody just asked that it does look like a rather long seed, which in some ways it is. This was an AGA 1 required seed that managed to kind of string our runners along into believing it might not be for a good portion of the first 30 minutes of this seed. Once our runners did the needful and did the AGA 1 play, one of our runners, unfortunately, Leslie Pro, had a bit of a brain disconnect, and I'm assuming just forgot that hammer could be used to hammer the pegs from the north and go down to the middle of Dark World, so like Hype Cave, Stumpy, and etc. As Mercer takes those boots and gets his tempered sword, as discussed earlier.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
unfortunately, Hype Cave had the gloves. We hadn't had gloves at that point. Getting the
Yep.
gloves really opened the seed up because that opened up Death Mountain, which had the bow, and there things just kind of spiraled out of control. And
Yeah, forced dip Independent Swamp for the Titans mitts, which are in the big chest, which is why it's unfortunate to see Leslie Pro going all the way back to Argus, because left side swamp has our big key. And then Green Pendant Thieves Town, as chat points out, was a complete and total garbage heap. So yeah, it's been a moment.
Thieves, apart from the sword from Blind, was nothing. Fortunately, Skull Woods had Mothula had the ice rod. Zora had the hook shot. Mirror was in Eastern Death Mountain, so everything really swung on those gloves. Yeah, right now we are in the it's been a Boots and Quake endgame at this point. Boots, we're in Turtle Rock. We're looking for Quake at this point.
We have not found it yet.
Quake will open Misery Mire.
And Leslie gonna go back in and receive the bad news for him that he could have gotten away with just doing left side swamp and big chest here.
I don't know how Mercer's feeling at this. Yeah, as you said it before, we're at 151. At about 140 or so, I start thinking in the back of my mind, oh, they're gonna finish, unless it's been a real dumpster fire of a seed. So you start thinking, how much longer is it going to be before the other guy done?
Yeah. Although honestly, I do think this seed does have some dumpster fire quality to it. I think right about now is when you kind of start looking over your shoulder for a dot done.
Mercer's got 5 crystals. Desert will make 6. Still does not have Quake. Maybe come with the Landmolas. I think we have one item. Trying to drop Landmolas quickly to get a great start. Do the sword the rest of the way.
All right, there's 2 down. And there's 3 down. Yeah, and chat pointing out, if you sequence break Zora early, this seed breaks wide open, which is again another kind of one of those hinge points. We've talked about how that early brain disconnect has colored this entire seed, but there were 2 points where Leslie Pro could have very easily recovered.
Yeah.
Because there were 2 points. One where it looked like Leslie Pro was going up to Death Mountain, and if he had done that, he would have found the bow and might have been able to do some of those checks a little bit earlier than Mercer.
Mm,
And then there was another point where he turned in the mushroom with logical access to Zora and did not do it because he did
right.
not have the money. He also could have fake flippered to Zora immediately after doing Aghanim 1, but also did not have the money. If any of those things flips the opposite direction, Leslie has a shot at it.
Right. So Mercer, seeing no other viable options, he's got 6 crystals, but there's only a handful of checks left. It's this or it's either all these checks thieves, uh, the Village of Outcasts, or Ice Palace.
And honestly, at this point, you've been into 2 of the pendant dungeons. You might as well just go oops all dungeons, would be my thinking.
Yeah,
But I can
but
also see the point of doing the overworld checks here.
yeah, this at least is in such a way, it's designed in such a way where it's not a serious time sink to do this. Ice Palace is a major time. Well,
And there's the 4th sword on hammer pegs.
okay, so Leslie has got the Titan Smith at long last, continuing to rail against the indignity of the cruelty of his reality,
Yep.
as one does, of course. Leslie
And
immediately.
looks like Leslie's just gonna follow in Mercer's footsteps here. He's gonna do Zord Meyer Shed. There we go. I can words.
Yes.
Uh, and then go up to Dark Death Mountain, assumedly. Meanwhile, Dwarven Shieldsmiths today.
Okay. That was the same card for Les for
Mercer.
Meyer Shed.
Oh, Leslie. Okay. I don't know why I just said that when I knew I just got done saying it was the shield for Mercer.
Purple chest. Sit. Nope. Just money in the lunchbox.
A very generous amount of money in the lunchbox.
Well, the guy is a thief after all. So Mercer, I think the only thing he hasn't done is graveyard, and well, okay, he's done graveyard. He hasn't done bonk rocks. He hasn't done, so he's got 3 more checks. Not those 3 don't. Yeah, well, we know one won't. Already, but
We've already seen Graveyard Ledge.
yeah, so bonk rocks, graveyard, and King's Tomb Mercer's route.
Meanwhile, Leslie gonna be heading up and opening up the Turtle Rock dungeon here. Again, just kind of following Mercer's footsteps at this point. All he really can do.
Bonk rocks. Bucks.
We got a rather early Book of Medora in this seed, so both runners did check the pedestal. It is dead. It is couch cash.
Yeah, unfortunately, based on the way things turned out, it very easily could have been Quake. Seed was not going to let us have that one.
I mean, it's functional. If it's in Pendant Ice, it's gonna functionally be the same.
Yeah. $50 graveyard ledge, so King's Tomb. Last thing he can do before it's off to Ice Palace.
And 4th bottle.
It's Ice Palace.
Yep. So, incoming Quake on Cold Stare.
Yeah. Given the rest of this stuff, yeah, that would have to be.
But yeah, especially now as we tick to the 2-hour mark. you've got to believe that Mercer and Leslie Pro are just both just checking SRL constantly for a dot done. I mean, again, Leslie's been probably looking for that since about an hour 30, but Mercer definitely now gonna be like Bueller.
Like, I think his only comfort is like, well, the seed's been pretty whacked out, so maybe I get lucky. But all pendants have paid off with. Well, no, thieves didn't, but the other, but yeah, thieves had nothing. Had a sword upgrade with blind. That's it.
Yep.
Swamp had, of course, the Titans met, and Ice Palace has to have Quake. Nothing else to have. See, we've checked literally everything else.
Nice.
Double there by Leslie Pro.
Meanwhile, Mercer just about to the bomb jump here in Ice Palace. Not gonna go for the quick kill here from the looks of it.
Slow, that's fine. 2 extra seconds, but
All right, hook shot out. Nicely done. All right, Leslie, don't steal this key, buddy. You need to go in there. Okay, cool.
setting up bomb jumps in a little trouble there.
Yep, a little bit low. The movement there from Leslie Pro was just I could read the really in the directional inputs there. The "Are you kidding me?" The final indignity from the seed boots in the big key chest and Turtle Rock.
Mercer not gonna go for the bomb jump, so he's with this normally, but he has Canis Samaria, so it should be fine. A little longer to finish, but
Chat pointing out, yeah, it is a little weird to bomb jump here. Because we're looking for an item. We're not looking to necessarily clear the dungeon faster. We're looking for an item. So we're going to be visiting everywhere anyway. Nice.
right.
Speaking of swag points, there's the swag net.
Yeah.
Net gains. Oh. I hate this chat sometimes.
Oh, come on.
All right, so Leslie Pro winding his way to the back of Turtle Rock.
There's item number 2 for Mercer, the free bombs. So
I'm telling you, Cold Stare is going to be holding on to that Quake coin.
it wouldn't surprise me, given that we're at 202 and our leader only at 6 crystals.
Oh, Leslie's out of magic. And out of... Oh, no.
Oops.
Oh.
That's bad.
Oh, no. Oh, that's just rude. Oh, no. So now begins the desperate search for some form of magic. Oh, is he gonna do it? He's gonna do it. He's mirroring. Oh.
Oh, God. Bad.
The closest one I can think of is the one for going the long way around the pipe rooms.
So Mercer did find Quake. He is officially in go mode at about 2 hours and 3 minutes, about 10 seconds, which is about 40 minutes longer than I thought it would take.
Thank you for the 200 bits celebrating Go Mode here on the Go Mode podcast. Drunk Feature Yourself. Oh,
All right,
man.
Mercer has opened the vault.
And can't do anything about the bird because it was the Quake Medallion. Apart from, just kill it in one swipe with the gold sword, but, Yeah.
Leslie will get his magic refill heading on down.
So, go ahead, keep commentating here. Sorry, I'm gonna check on something behind the scenes.
How fast can he find the big key at this point? It's like only 2 items, unique items, a lot of keys though. Hey, Kakariko actually had some pretty good stuff. It had fire rod. It had a few pretty good items. Fortunately, no health refill getting the piece of heart there. So has the big key. He is on his way.
All right, back. Sorry, had to check in on something behind the scenes because we were not expecting this race to go this long.
Yeah, this is a little unusual to say the least.
All right.
Leslie try and get himself a little health back.
And because this seed is this race is this race for Leslie, he's having issues with it.
Yeah.
I mean, at this point, it's just the seed is the seed is out to kill him.
Pretty much. Gotta be pretty careful with his magic here. He does not have any refills. Previously stated. So gotta be very economical with how he magic.
I'll tell you somebody who doesn't have to be economical. Mercer just destroying Vitreous with silvers, Vitreous.
Vitreous down. It's 207.03. That's all 7 crystals.
Yep, that is all 7 crystals, and with all 7 crystals in place, oh gosh, yep, yes, Amaranth, I know how to do it. Thank you. With all 7 crystals in possession, Mercer is going to head up against Tower. Oh no, Leslie, no. No.
Magic.
Oh god.
He missed 2 shots in a row.
Yeah, he missed 2 shots in a row, and yeah, that's just BM at this point from the universe. Meanwhile, sorry, I'm trying to get this explanation out, and things are happening in both ears and both eyeballs. And anyway, Mercer is heading up to Gan's Tower. There are 22 locations in the basement of Gan's Tower where that Gan's Tower big key can be. I've already started the game. Please enter your guess into chat in the form of an integer from 1 to 22. Where do you think that big key is going to be? The closest without going over that responded with the number first is going to earn a number of points from Sahabot and be placed on the Go Mode Podcast leaderboard. So I've gotten my guess in. I'm guessing 3 because that's just always my guess.
I'm going 6 tonight. I think maybe a fairly early one, or from Mercr. Leslie is
Asmati, please. The man has a
Yeah.
family.
Yeah. Yeah. Show a little mercy.
Yeah. All right. So Leslie gonna be heading for round 2, and he's gonna have to be careful again here because he's low on health again,
And he
and
just
he's
burned
getting
a lot of.
owned by the fairies again.
Well, the good news is a magic refill at the end, so he doesn't have to worry about that. But
No, don't go for another fairy. Oh, okay, he's grabbing the magic. Okay.
all right, so
All right, 1
test
and
1
2.
and
Sorry.
double keys in 1 and 2. So nothing there.
Did I just go Jim Ross? Not intentionally, no. I don't know what could have possibly been a reference to Jim Ross.
All right.
Apart from the fact that I'm eating these delicious, fruity, by God, delicious, fruity Skittles. That was obscure even for a Jim Ross bowl, but anyway.
Try next round 2 with Leslie. Real trouble. He's got a fairy, so he does have that in his back pocket.
Not anymore.
Now it's gone. 6. It's not 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 go over.
Yep.
Oh, he's done. Can't do it.
This is just bad on top of bad for Leslie at this point.
He needs to go back. He needs to get a couple of magic fills. He can't do this. With a blue sword, he doesn't. Unless his aim is perfect, I don't think he's going to be able to do this.
No.
8 didn't come up with.
I got something happening outside at the moment. I'll be right back. Sorry. We're at chest number 9 coming up.
Yes. Yes, chest number 9. So.
And there it is.
There it is. 9 is the correct answer. So.
Oh, I forgot to stop. Whoops.
Well, regardless, Asmati Games was right on the money. So,
Congratulations to Asmati Games. You have won the Big Key guessing game for this particular race, which means you have also won a lifetime supply of Link to the Past randomized seeds redeemable at altgbr.com. Please consult a doctor or a wiki if your standard seed lasts longer than 4 hours. And now I will be right back.
Mercr actually picked up the riot shield at some point in all of this madness. I forget where exactly, but kudos to him. He's loaded for bear here, so to speak. Skeleton room, thank you. Alright, round 3. The Immortal Trinex. Leslie Pro 04. Hoping like hell that this time it actually worked. Not the start he wanted.
I cannot believe I just got ding-dong ditched in 2020. Are you kidding me right now?
Takes you back, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Alright, he's finally gotten through first phase of Trinex. The rest should... I'm not even gonna finish that sentence.
Yeah, Leslie's already had enough trouble with this seed without you commentators cursing him.
Yeah, the poor guy has suffered enough. And there goes Trinex. Finally gets his 5th crystal at about 214 on the nose.
All right. Through the trials and the tribulations, Leslie Pro continuing to fight on here. As Mercer now into the second Wizrobe room.
Very nice cycle there. Leslie, I'm not sure where he's going. He didn't do Super Bunny Cave apparently. For long, but he hadn't done that.
Oh yeah, no. At this point, I feel like both runners are just sitting there vibrating, like where in the world is the godforsaken dot done to go yet another permutation away to pull the dual reference there.
Yeah.
Get on that, Dr. Bob. I know it's a repeat, but that's just another gold mine right there. Mercer misses the first time with the bomb, which kind of feels like that was meant for Leslie Pro. May still happen. Who knows?
All right, Leslie gets his silver arrows.
And Mercer.
All right.
Yeah. Mercer just annihilating Moldorm too. Leaves him his last possessions though, so that's nice of him.
Leslie is going straight to desert. It looks like. Hear that? So he has pretty much followed Mercer's steps as far as routing, but then there really isn't a whole lot else he could do. Round 1 only gets a single for Mercer. Not a great setup here for round 2. Gets a double. Barely nicked him on the second hit. Another double for Mercer. Very nice 1-2-2-1 fight from Mercer there. Down to the home stretch.
All right, with gold and silvers and potions, this really shouldn't be that hard of a fight for Mercer.
This should take This should take no more than 2.5 minutes, if that. It's going to be a very quick fight.
All right, settle down, Kefka. You might have been laughing the entire seat at Leslie Pro's misfortune, but you're about to pay for it. Carves through phase 1 like butter with that butter sword. Phase 2 not too far behind. And phase 3 ongoing, halfway there. Getting some extra shots in, probably just out of frustration, because again, We are sitting at 2 hours 18 minutes without a dot done. Oh no,
Yeah.
Silver, my one true weakness. If you're Mercer, you're sitting here like doing this scanning fight, but expecting to see a dot done in any second.
Right. Didn't get... Hoping, I think, to get a double there. Didn't quite get it. He should get a double there. He does.
Indeed. Did not get the torch glitch while trying to get that double. So that's unfortunate, but one more shot should finish this off.
Yep, there it is. There
Ba-boom.
he goes.
Has to avoid the most dangerous 1x3 bridge in all of Hyrule here to fully cement the victory, but get those GGs out in chat for Mercer, who is going to finish in first place with an official SRL time of 2 hours, 18 minutes, and 54 seconds. And we are now joined by Mercer in the chat. GG's.
I suppose that's one way you could describe it.
Hey, you survived, all right? You survived, which... Yeah.
Hey, this is really my fault. I asked Sahash Robot to be nice, and, that was just asking for trouble.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you got it all right. Man, what a seed.
Yeah.
We will spare you the details of what happened to Leslie, but for about 25 minutes, you two were pretty much doing the exact same things, and then Leslie unfortunately had a complete mental brain fart. Lost a significant amount of time as a result, and that pretty much puts you in the driver's seat pretty much the whole seat.
Oh, that's interesting because I felt like I was behind from about the 15-minute mark.
Yeah. Yeah, the seed after kind of a pretty generous Kakariko wasn't giving you a whole lot to work with, and seed was really roping you along. Felt like really, I think until the bow and hook shot combo came into play, like seed really wasn't giving you much to use.
Yeah, I got the bow a long time before I got that hook shot finally. I wasn't quite last location on that, but that's okay because I then last location like 2 other things.
Yeah. And because it was kind of a poverty-stricken seed, you really couldn't make that play for Zora, fortunately.
Yeah, if I'd had the money early, I would have done the fake flippers even without it being in logic before doing Aga. I wouldn't have broken it, but would have made my first trip up the mountain a lot nicer.
Yeah, it was. Chat was basically saying the same thing. Like, it doesn't solve all your problems, but it sure makes them a lot easier because it allows you essentially to just gun through a ton of stuff.
Yeah. Oro pointing out in chat, Leslie did finish Aga 1 a little bit before you did, but then ran into the unfortunate issue he was having, which we aren't going to talk about unless he is able to join us. I will go ahead and say that Leslie, as we speak, is still running. So unless a dot done gets dropped here shortly,
Right.
we will be unable to bring him in due to the delayed nature of the stream here. We can go ahead and say that.
Right.
We may have to leave this in progress because we do have another race coming up.
Right.
But I will go ahead and say this though. Leslie Pro has my complete and utter respect right now because I personally would have dot forfeited the second I saw a dot done in Leslie's situation. So the fact that he is rage finishing the seed, props to him.
Yeah. I think a lot of us in that situation, given what happened, like, yeah, I'm in the same boat. As soon as I saw the dot done, I was like, okay, I would have thought for the audience, okay, I'm just gonna stop this farce right now. It's like, okay, you don't have to watch me make an ass out of myself anymore.
I'm gonna be honest. At the point by the end of that seed, if I had seen a dot done and I was on like phase 3 of Ganon, I might have forfeited. So Leslie's got my
Yeah.
respect.
Yeah, it's just, he just had that unfortunate moment that cost the lapse in memory that cost him about 15 minutes, and he just was never able to recover.
Yeah. So there's Quake. So Leslie is officially in go mode at 2:23:23.
And there's the rage bombing of the chest. It returns with a vengeance.
Well, we're getting plenty of humor out of this, if nothing else.
Yeah, Schadenfreude is definitely a thing that exists.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah, that was literally the last location, like even the last item within ice, because I'd already gotten the other two.
Yeah, it's like we all figured like that was like the nuclear option. It's like, you don't want to do ice. You don't want to do ice. We thought for the longest time it was graveyard ledge.
Yep, but yeah, just like every single option Leslie had open to him to close the gap got shut.
Yeah.
Like there was a point at which Leslie went to fake flipper after Aga 1, did not have the rupees for Zora, could have done that and gotten the hook shot early. There was a point where it looked like he was thinking about doing Death Mountain, and then decided to go to Village of Outcasts and follow belatedly in your footsteps. So there were a couple points where he could have gotten one of the items in the chain a little bit earlier than he did, and that might have helped him close the gap. And unfortunately, he didn't take them. So
Yeah.
as we watch Leslie Pro go through Misery Mire here, go ahead.
I was going to say, I ended up playing it super conservative because I just haven't been running lately. I've been commentating a lot, but that's not quite the same.
Right.
And so, like, a lot of my fights were super rusty. Like, normally I'd be okay on, like, red mail, 6 hearts with a red potion to just go to Moth, but I was like, nah, I'm going to do this Thieves Town and hope I get something. Because I don't really want to do this, Hammer, Mothula, or Fighter Sword, but I would use Hammer given that choice.
Right. Yeah, we kind of thought the same thing. It's like, well, you could have, but we kind of understood. It's early enough. Yeah, 6 hearts. It's like even with red mail, like Leslie had a whale of a time with Mothula. For his first fight, it's like it looked like he was gonna barely escape, and then got caught by the spikes. They just basically boxed him in. Like your first fight was pretty clean. Then the second time around is like he pretty much put on a clinic there and just buried Mothula in 50 seconds. But Mothula is like giveth and he taketh away.
I mean, it's one of the higher variance fights in difficulty. I mean, number one on that list is Vitreous by a lot, but
Yeah.
But Mothula is like top 3 probably, because I think Ganon is number 2 on that for me. I mean, like today, it's like, oh, I've got literally everything I could possibly want for this fight.
All right.
All right. Stats happening here. Go ahead. Sorry.
Just say, Leslie, I hope he stops off and gets the red sword from the library, if nothing else, because that'll make life so much easier against Ganon.
All right, so there's the collection rate and total time for Mercer there on stream. We will be cutting away here on stream shortly to Signums versus, oh, I almost said Arusta. Oh my god. Lumaga. There we go. Game 2, which is going to be a fast Ganon seed. Hopefully it's a bit less of a mess than this one was, but time will tell. Leslie Pro is going to be joining us for a quick chat here. He did eventually finish the seed. Official SRL time of 2 hours 40 minutes and 39 seconds. He will be joining us for a quick chat while game 2 gets set up. So stick around for that. I will be sticking around on comms for game 2. I don't know if you are, Proa.
Unfortunately,
No, I am.
Okay then. No, it's me, Dio. Wait, what?
Yeah, I was expecting to have like, I don't know, 15, 20 minutes, half an hour,
Oh, snap.
45 minutes to cool down. But, you know,
Going in hot. Whoop.
All right. Well, I'm gonna step out. I'm gonna step away. GG's once again, and give our runners a follow if you haven't already.
Yes. Give the runners for game one a follow. Give our commentators and trackers for game one a follow, and our restreamer, honestly, because also the restreamer is going to have to do some hot swapping here because of the the madness. Thank you to Pro for joining me for game one.
All right, no problem. Thank you, guys.
All right, but yeah, Mercer, that was well played. Way to survive that seed. And we are just kind of in the in-between here. I do agree with that comment you left in the race chat. Also agree with Leslie's, if we're being honest. All right, Leslie is in the green room, so we're going to have him join us for a quick chat while we're waiting for game two to spin on up. Welcome on in, Leslie, and I am so sorry.
Sahabat should be banned from rolling seeds for rolling one that bad. If this were Zelda 1 rando and something this bad were rolled, somebody be getting banned from rolling seeds for that because woo, that was bad.
Well, okay. Thanks for joining us. I think you about summed it up.
Of all the seeds I've played, this is arguably one of the worst. I would literally from one extreme of one of my absolute best played and best seeds overall to absolute worst, even excluding my brain fart of forgetting about Hype Cave for about 20 minutes.
Yeah, that was painful. That was painful to watch. That was unfortunate. So I'm just
Hey, real
gonna
quick.
ask to clear the air once and for all. Was that just you forgot that you had hammered down to that location, or was it just you literally forgot the location existed?
I literally forgot I had access to that location. So honestly, I had a complete and total brain fart.
Oof.
Hey, real quick, guys. I'm just gonna do a quick cut of the Twitch end real quick, so that way it separates the VODs out. So just one moment, and then we'll pop back in, and then the next game will be starting, and we can finish up a little bit of talking.
All right.